100 years ago, the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, the ANZACs, played a major role in the conquering of the land of Israel from the Turks. In doing so, they contributed to the establishment of the State of Israel. In celebration of this centennial, a JNF Australia mission came to Israel for an 11-day journey in the footsteps of the ANZAC soldiers. The Battle of Beersheba, which took place on October 31st, 1917, was the decisive battle. After a large-scale deceptive manoeuvre on horseback, the forces surprised the Ottomans from the east and conquered Beersheba in a cavalry charge, one of the last ones in the modern era. Later on, both Jerusalem and Tzemach in northern Israel were conquered.
It was a great battle, a battle that turned the Great War in the Middle East, and from here the Turks were pushed back by the Allied forces.
In order to commemorate the Anzac battle route from Gaza to Beersheba, KKL-JNF has created the Anzac Trail in the Western Negev. The Australian mission visited the sites along the trail, including the Anzac Memorial, Nachal Asaf, Eshkol Park, Golda Park and Beersheba. In addition, they visited Uja al-Hafir in Nitzana, where the Anzac soldiers destroyed the Turkish bridge. Exactly 100 years to the day Beersheba was conquered by the Anzac troops, a grand memorial ceremony took place in Beersheba, in the presence of Israeli, Australian and New Zealand heads of state. The highlight was a dramatic cavalry charge reenacting the battle.
I believe that those soldiers who fell here would be proud of the deep and enduring alliance between our countries today.
We are honouring an extraordinary battle, an extraordinary campaign, which made history, which fulfilled history.
Ka maumahara tonu tātou ki a rātou. We will remember them.
The Anzac Memorial Centre, built in Beersheba with the support of JNF Australia, was officially opened on the same day.
We're privileged and we're honoured to have so many people so interested in the fact that JNF Australia has adopted this Anzac Trail.
The Australian delegation visited the Jerusalem British War Cemetery. In the north, they reenacted the Battle of Tzemach. In central Israel, they visited Rishon LeZion, which the Anzacs liberated in the Battle of Ayun Kara, as well as the Anzac headquarters in Rehovot. The Australian mission came to Israel to commemorate three significant milestones: 100 years since the Anzac battles in Israel, 100 years since the Balfour Declaration, and 50 years since Jerusalem's reunification. The delegation visited ancient heritage and Zionist sites in Israel. In the city of David, the delegation experienced history coming to life. At the Tower of David, they reenacted Lord Allenby's march into Jerusalem. At Ammunition Hill, they paid tribute to the harsh Jewish battle for Jerusalem.
I come to Jerusalem and it's like all of history. Suddenly I can feel my whole history, our whole history here, and also my really strong desire for us to be able to have this country and have our little land, this precious land of ours, to be safe.
In the Valley of Tears in the Golan Heights, they learned about the difficult and crucial battles of the Yom Kippur War. At the historic KKL-JNF House in Tel Aviv, they learned about the organisation's 115-year work in building Israel. At Independence Hall, they got to reenact the 1948 Declaration of the State of Israel. The State of Israel boasts great achievements in the development of renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and nurturing the future generation.
I had certain impressions of Israel, and they've been exceeded by a long, long way. What these people have done to transform this country, it's eloquent testimony to their vision, their get-up-and-go attitude, their can-do philosophy. It's a first world country in every sense of the word, and I'm just really, really impressed.
The mission got a close-up look at these achievements through personal encounters at the Ramat HaNegev R&D station, the Ashalim solar power plant, the desert city of Yeruham, and the Gaza border communities. During this incredible journey to the heroes of the past, the Australian delegation also visited the numerous projects established by KKL-JNF thanks to JNF Australia, the key to a sustainable present and future for Israel. In northern Israel, they visited Hula Lake Park, an internationally acclaimed birdwatching site, and the Kishurit Home for People with Special Needs. In Jerusalem, they visited the Healing Garden at the Hadassah Hospital and the Gazelle Valley Park in the centre of the city. In southern Israel, they visited the Park of Courage in Sderot, as well as Kibbutz Nir Am and Kibbutz Nachal Oz on the Gaza border. In central Israel, they officially opened the new birdwatching centre in Tel Aviv's Rosh Tzipor Park. They also held a ceremony commemorating the victims of the Maccabea Bridge disaster at Har Yarkon Park.
For the last 100 years, JNF has been responsible not only for ensuring the creation of Israel and its sustainability, but strengthening that friendship between the two countries. And it's reflected in project after project, community after community.
Australia and Israel, partners for a better future.